Hello, and welcome to Foundations for Algebra, Unit 1A, Lesson 9. Today's objective is scholars will be able to determine if a function is increasing or decreasing over different intervals. So we're going to talk about increasing and decreasing functions. So let's look at this first function. Is it increasing or decreasing? Well, that's going to depend on where we're talking about. Because if you look at this function, you can see that this part right here, we are going down. That is decreasing. So until we hit about -3, it's decreasing. So let me write that down. Decreasing. And we always talk about this from left to right. We talk about this as part of our x value, when x is less than -3. So that is this part right here. All of this, it's decreasing. But then you'll notice right there, here, it starts increasing. And then it increases until about 0.5. So it is, it is increasing. And remember, increasing just means going up, decreasing just means going down. When -3 is less than x, which is less than 0.5. All this means is that x is between -3 and 0.5. And then this next section right here from 0.5, from 0.5 down to about 3 is decreasing. And then I have another section that is increasing. But all you see is all these sections. And then I have a section right here that is, the white doesn't really show up. So I'll do blue again. This part right here is decreasing. So you see all these different sections. And it depends on what section we're looking at, whether it is increasing or decreasing. That red section is increasing. And then that last blue section is decreasing. But you can see, and then I want you to sort of write where these points are, okay? So it really just depends on which part of the graph we're looking at. So look at another graph. Here again, we have different sections. So the red section, this red section right here is, and remember we look from left to right, so it is decreasing. So I'm just going to write this in the color that matches. So red is decreasing because it's going down. And then we have the blue section, and the blue section is increasing. It's going up. Remember, we're looking from left to right. Then we have a green section. Well, that green section, notice it is not increasing or decreasing. We call that constant. Constant. It's not increasing or decreasing. Sorry, my handwriting is not very good, but it means it's just not increasing or decreasing. And finally, we have this yellow section. The yellow section, of course, is decreasing. And again, we can look at this. If I asked you between 5 and 10, so this is 5 is less than x, which is less than 10. But like again, when we write that way, all it means is that x is between those two values. So x is between Negative 4 is less than or equal to x, which is less than 1, would be that red section. That's all that means. So now let's talk about the rate of increase. Of course, this graph is constantly either increasing or constant. So if I trace this graph, I see it's increasing, constant, increasing, increasing, constant. Remember, these flat sections are constant. Increasing, increasing, constant, increasing. So now we're talking about the rate of increase. Where does it increase the most? So where does it increase the most quickly? Where is the increase greatest? Where is it changing the most? Well, all I'm going to look for is I'm looking for the steepest portion. So I'm looking for the steepest portion. So if I look at this graph, I think the steepest portion looks like right here, this section N. Looks to me like the steepest. So the steepest portion is section N. And that's all I'm looking for is the steepest portion, the portion that is the closest to vertical, the farthest from being horizontal. And one more real quick. Here, we have portions that are increasing, portions that are decreasing, and we actually have, in this one, we have a linear section, a non-linear section, and another linear section. So, the red portion is increasing. The blue portion starts out decreasing. Then it increases. That's why you see we go down and then up. And finally, the green section is decreasing. And remember, all you're doing to name these portions, if you're asked to name them, is, so the increasing section is x is less than 3. The final decreasing section, we'll just do that part, is x is greater than 6. So, have fun working on your classwork, and let me know if you have any questions.